तो हेलो। तो आज हम पॉलिटी के क्वेश्चन देखेंगे। ये सारे क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी में पूछे गए हैं। Which of the statement is not correct in respect of the minister in the council of ministers? Number of ministers in the council of ministers. The total number of ministers excluding prime minister should not exceed 15% of total strength of Lok Sabha. So that is wrong because it includes prime minister also, includes PM also. 91st cap on the, yes, is right. Principle of 15% of total strength also applicable to state in Indian Union. Yes, that is also right. The ceiling on the numerical strength, both the houses parliament. Yes, that is wrong. It's not applicable to Rajya Sabha, only Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies. Okay, so 2 and 3 will be our answer. Who advanced the slogan एक देश में दो विधान, दो प्रधान और दो निशान नहीं चलेंगे? That is old by or V.D. Savarkar. Not V.D. Savarkar, sorry. It is old by Syama Prasad Mukherjee on Article 370. JNK over JNK issue. The concept of judicial review in India is primarily derived from Constitution of Judicial Review is from USA, while the concept of parliament sovereignty is influenced by UK. So option A is the correct. The fundamental rights are absolute and cannot be restricted. Okay. So the fundamental rights are absolute and cannot be restricted. Absolute है. No, these are not absolute. Okay, these are not absolute. One second. So fundamental rights are not absolute. They are qualified. Okay, restricted. They are restricted, hence they are not absolute but qualified. Okay, reasonable restriction है fundamental rights पे. So in case of 2021 case of emergency, they are suspended. Okay, the state can impose reasonable restriction on certain rights in the interest of sovereignty, security and public order. Yes, that is right. So statement 1 is false and statement 2 is true. Okay. A data protection law restricts sharing of personal data, but RTI activists argue it weakens transparency. The scenario highlights conflict between two fundamental rights. Yes, both are fundamental right to privacy, Article 21, and right to information, 19(1)(a). 19(1)(a). Conflict between statutory rights are active principle है नहीं, judiciary executive. So conflict between two fundamental rights. So the following statement NATO is not correct. NATO बड़ा important है अभी. NATO was created by 12 countries from Europe and North America. Yes, right. NATO was created 4th April 1949. Yes, as of NATO has 34, not 34, it has 32 members. Latest by Finland and Sweden. Okay. Albania joined NATO in 2009. So C will be your wrong answer. Originally, the Constitution provided for CJI 7 judges. The Supreme Court Act was enacted to increase the number of judges to 10, excluding CJI. Act has been amended 5 times in past to increase the strength of the judges. The maximum increase in strength judge was by the Amendment Act of 2008. That is not right. And statement 1, 2, 3 are right. So how many above statements are correct? That is only 3. The maximum increase in this case, the number of judges added are plus 5, but in 1986 maximum judges that are added are plus 8. Okay, so that is wrong. Consider the following passive euthanasia. The Supreme Court never allowed passive euthanasia in India. Wrong. The Supreme Court of India allowed passive euthanasia under strict guidelines. Yes. It is in news. Euthanasia was legalized in India by no. Till 21 associated with the right to die with dignity. So 2 and 4 are correct. Consider the following incorrect. Mowgli presided over third Buddhist council. Yes, that is right. Dharmarath, the last Mauryan ruler killed by Pushyamitra Song killed, not Dharmarath, that is Brihadarath. Brihadarath, that's also important. Mauryan period, Rajuka and Yukta is the Mauryan period. With reference to the Supreme Court, consider the following. It has original jurisdiction, dispute between center and state, yes. It can issue writs simple control, yes. It acts as a court of appeal, yes. It can amend, no. Parliament can amend Constitution under 368. So 1, 2, 3 are our correct answer. Each of the following: Balwant Mehta Committee, 3-tier, yes. Ashok Mehta Committee suggested 2-tier system, yes. 1957, 67, 73rd, 1993. Reason states the Panchayat, that's right. LM Singhvi, Gram Sabha importance. Which one of the following article of Indian Constitution provides the law declared by Supreme Court shall be binding all courts? That is Article 141. 131 is our original jurisdiction. Article 141 is the law declared by SC Supreme Court shall be binding on all courts. Article 144 civil and judicial mandates that all authorities civil and judicial must act in aid of Supreme Court. Civil and judicial must act in aid of Supreme Court. Article 145 rules of court. Which of the following fundamental rights is available only to Indian citizens and not to foreigners? That is our freedom of speech and expression. Article 19 is only to Indian citizens. Okay, not to foreigners. And then Vora, these are the committees. We have to arrange them in chronological order. So DS Kothari Committee. DS Kothari Committee is related to current education system. Okay, and it is formed in 1964. Then Raja J. Chelia Committee, 1991, related to tax reforms. So CDAB will be our answer. And then Bora Committee 1993, related to criminal politician nexus. Rajinder Sachar Committee is related to socio-economic and educational status of Muslim community. So B will be our answer. So that's all. Thanks.